Okay, so it's day 9 of 30 days of sharing my aligned success experiment. And one of the things that I notice as I start to contemplate what to share next about my own personal experiment is what comes to mind is all the things that are hard about doing an aligned success experiment, and especially for me as a projector. Some of the easiest topics that come to mind are the things that are challenging about being a projector. But one of the things that I've really noticed is that a lot of times it feels important for me to make other people understand why it's hard to be me, why it's hard to be a projector, why it's hard to have to wait to be invited, because I have no control over whether other people acknowledge me and invite me or if I'm correct for them or not. And to be able to approach waiting for invitations without my mind wanting to jump in and try to control the outcome or strategize or put myself in the right place or find the right thing to say that would draw someone in, and really just stay in the energy of trust and surrender is kind of challenging, and it's hard, and it's definitely not something that most people understand. And to live in a world where 70% of the population are generators and manifesting generators, which it's almost impossible for generators and manifesting generators to fully understand projectors. And for some reason, there's something in me that wants projectors or the generators in my life to understand that it is harder for me, and that it's not that I'm just lazy or that I'm not willing to work or that I'm trying to use my identity as a projector as some reason to hold myself back or to limit myself. And so there's a part of me that wants to kind of get that across and make the people in my life understand, because there are a lot of generators and manifesting generators in my life close to me and within my small circle of influence, and who have, especially growing up, made me feel like I wasn't understood, that I wasn't seen, that I didn't belong and didn't fit in, and where I felt like I was constantly trying to prove myself to certain people. And being in that proving energy is definitely one of the biggest challenges for me and part of my design, and that has to do with my undefined heart center. So if you also have an undefined heart center, then maybe you can resonate with feeling like you need to prove yourself. And so one of the most important things for me to do as I continue on my aligned success experiment, and really this is the experiment of my life, this is what I'm committed to do for the rest of my life, is staying aligned with my design, is to catch myself when I find myself being in proving energy, when I'm trying to say the right thing or come across a certain way, or trying to make other people see me in a certain light, or trying to make people understand and feel like I have something to prove. And to really just let myself release the need to prove. I have nothing to prove. I am worthy. I am valuable. I have amazing gifts and strengths and talents to share with the world. And when I'm aligned and working aligned and living aligned, I'm going to have lots of opportunity to share those gifts and talents and strengths, as long as I don't stay in a misaligned place where I'm trying to do things especially to prove, or if I'm trying to overwork and keep going and I don't let myself recognize when enough is enough, and that I'm not meant to work that regular work schedule. And not saying that if a correct invitation came for me to get a job and my splenic authority said yes to it, I'd be more than happy to do a job. I actually love to work. I love to create things. I love to share my insights, my wisdom. I love to do things and help people find ways to make things easier and more efficient and more effective. And I always like to make things better. I actually really enjoy working when I'm doing the right things, when I have the space to honor my energy. And so that is one of the things that's really important about your own aligned success experiment, is recognizing where are the places that maybe you're trying to prove, or you're trying to fit into a certain identity, or trying to live up to other people's expectations. And especially when other people's expectations make it more challenging for you to honor your strategy and your authority and your own alignment and honoring your energy and where the energy wants to take you. All right. I feel like that's enough for today. So this was day 9 of 30. I want to thank you so much that you made it to the end of this video and listen to me ramble a little about what's been challenging for me, not only just in the experiment, but or sharing the experiment, but also in living in my own alignment. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.